evening, everybody, and welcome to the Jab Wrestling Podcast. We're Jay and Bob, and we're doing the job because the JAB is the place to be. In the red corner, weighing in at 272 pounds, this is Jay! And in the blue corner, weighing in at 250 pounds, here's Bob. Don't boo me, you should be booing Raw.
That's a good point. Actually, I can't argue with that one. Solid point.
Indeed. Jay, how are you today, my brother?
Yeah, I'm not bad, man. How are you?
Tired, man. I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Working too hard, bruv. Working too hard.
Yeah, you've just come home from work, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm shattered, bruv. I'm half asleep as we speak.
Good. Hopefully that will affect your predictions.
Yeah. I might fall. Luckily, Randy Orton isn't on this show, so otherwise I'd be in trouble. That'd be it, bruv. Lights out, lights on. Looking, Kane's gone, mate.
Bob's asleep. Well done, Randy.
You stupid idiot.
Oh dear.
So Jay, what's new with you, brother? Any news to impart?
Not really.
You must have some anecdote to tell us that you can't wait to tell us.
Some anecdote. I can tell you that I went to the NFL match recently.
You told us that already, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Have you?
You failed to ask me on our review show.
Oh, damn. I wonder why. Who was it? Giants and...
It was the Giants against the LA Rams. I forget where they're from now.
You had to think about that as well.
They moved recently from St. Louis, back to LA. It's like, wait, where are they from again? It was really cool. I was sporting my New York Giants jumper that I had bought specifically for the game. And I was sat next to some Americans that came over who are from New York. And really cool people, actually, because they follow, anytime the Giants have played abroad, they've gone and seen them, and they actually follow them in America as well, through wherever they're playing. They don't just go to the home games, they go to the away games and the home games. It's really cool.
How do they feel about it being at Wembley?
They're excited by it. Because
were they supposed to be at home?
No, this was an away game for the Giants.
So it wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered, no.
You need to ask some LA Ram fans how they felt.
That's exactly it. I would love to, because you only get 8 home games, in the regular season.
Yeah, that's true. 16 games.
And so, you take one away, it's just like, oh, what do you do? Well, these guys, they follow their team everywhere they go, so it's just really sweet. The guy that I was talking to, who sat next to me, they got here on Wednesday, the game was on Sunday, and he had been partying pretty much every day since he'd been there. He only had 6 hours sleep since in 4 or 5 days. I'm like, oh my god,
sweet. Was he drinking lots?
He was, yeah.
That's unusual. Yeah. Americans normally can't handle their liquor.
You'll get the odd one or two that are pretty good.
Yeah, a few hardcore. Yeah,
proper hardcore. Yeah, he likes his beer. So he asked me, he's like, "What beers are they doing here?" And I was like, Budweiser and Beck's." And he was like, "Budweiser, sweet."
Really? No wonder he wasn't drunk.
True.
Bruv, I've drunk that shit for days, and it's done nothing to me. I remember I did a whole crate of Bud, bottles, 24 in a crate, and I didn't even feel drunk, let alone look drunk.
And then not only that, they've released a Bud Light as well. It's just what is this, water?
It's piss, bruv. It's piss. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, the New York Giants ran out winners 17-10. Wasn't high scoring. Defense was very good on the day. Defense.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And it was really funny, actually. There was because it was a LA Rams home game. What they did at Twickenham is they had these flags with the Rams logo on them on all the seats.
Yeah.
Because it was a Rams home game. And so what I did is, which was really funny, was is that at one point I didn't realise that I had this flag and I was waving it around. And whilst I was waving it, the guy next to me, the American, was just staring at me. And then he was like, "You're wearing a New York Giants top and you're waving a Rams flag?" He's like, "Get the hell out of here."
Goddamn confused mother crapper.
Yeah. I was like, "Sorry, man." And then, like, within, 10 seconds of the match starting, the quarterback for the New York Giants is Eli Manning, and he got picked off, in the second play, and then he just looked at me, and then he was like, "That's because of you and your flag." I was like, "Oh, no." I was like, "Oh, man, if Giants don't win here, I'm in trouble." Yeah. But he was a really cool guy. There was about 4 or 5 of them that came over. Really sweet people.
Cool. Do you actually support the Giants, or was it just for the day?
It was for the day. The Giants are one of those big American sides, like the Cowboys.
Well, if your name's Giants, then I'd assume you're pretty big.
Yes, that is true. Yeah. But the great thing about watching the NFL from a British perspective, or even all American sports, really, basketball or the NFL, is that you're neutral.
Not baseball, then.
I can't stand baseball, man. Don't get me started on baseball.
So ignore that.
You could be neutral and you could support anyone and just enjoy the game, which is why I love watching it. With the football, you've got allegiances to the team that you support over here. The soccer, I'm talking about now. I hate Arsenal. You're an Arsenal fan.
What was that you said?
Soccer.
What's that?
Soccer. It's the stuff. It's the thing with the round ball that we kick around.
Wasn't that Foley's little hand puppet?
That's soccer.
Mr. Soccer.
What is that, Booker T? Is that Booker T wearing the puppet on his hand? It's a sucker.
He used to do the Soccer-Rooney.
Yeah. What are you playing, soccer? But yeah, so that was my little bit of that I shared with you. What I did this past weekend.
Well, thanks for sharing, Jay.
No problem.
And I hope you get over your addiction soon.
And now we just need to wake up all our listeners who have just put to sleep.
Let's talk about real football.
What, the soccer?
Football.
Soccer?
Where you actually kick the ball with your foot?
Yeah, I know.
That game? Remember that game?
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. What did we have? League Cup, wasn't it?
We had the League Cup, yes, this past week. United went through to the quarterfinals after beating Man City 1-0. And your boys have gone through.
Yes.
I think you beat Reading 2-0, didn't you?
Come on, you Gunners. Yeah.
And we somehow avoided each other in the draw for the quarterfinals.
No, you avoided us.
Yeah, you avoided us, punk.
No, you came out first, so you avoided us.
Did we come out first?
I don't know.
No, we did. I can't remember.
But I didn't actually see the draw. I'm just going by what he said on teletext.
That's in alphabetical order.
That's it. But there you go. That was my problem. I wondered why Southampton were last.
Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, no. And also, whilst we're talking about random other sports, the new basketball season has started. We had our first match with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they played the New York Knicks, and they won handsomely.
Damn, I used to like the Knicks.
I know, yeah. But also, more surprisingly, is the runners-up last season were the Golden State Warriors, and they've recently made a huge purchase, and they signed a guy called Kevin Durant from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and this is a huge signing because KD is huge. He's probably got one of the biggest contracts in basketball now. And they, on their home debut with Kevin Durant, lost to they got battered by the San Antonio Spurs. They got raped at home proper. It's like they conceded 130 points or something. It was like, damn, man, took a battering. And they're the team that has the backcourt, the 2 point guards called the Splash Brothers. Which you remember during episode 19, Jay was telling, the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
That's his brother. It's genuinely his brother as well.
Yeah, because when he said Steph, I thought, oh shit, I got it wrong, man.
You did get it wrong. But it still made sense because his brother is Seth Curry.
Oh, right, that's all right then.
Yeah. His brother, I think, plays for the Sacramento Kings. I can't remember. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So it still made sense when you did it.
It's all basketball to me, bruv.
Yeah, I know you love it.
No, I don't. But anyway,
I like this. We should do this a middle section somewhere in our show where we do a roundup of all the other sports.
yeah. Well, I wanted to talk about football, but you just wanted to talk about American sport.
I tell you, let's have a quick 2 seconds on something we both really enjoy,
Which is
the old boxing. And Anthony Joshua against Vladimir Klitschko was supposed to be happening this year, but it's been postponed now.
Yeah.
So next year, do you think it's a bit too early for Anthony Joshua?
You could argue it's a bit too late for Klitschko.
Wow. So do you think Joshua can take him?
Joshua still needs to be out, because the thing with Klitschko is he's going to probably take you the distance.
He will. And Joshua hasn't gone the distance many times. I don't think he has gone the distance yet.
I don't know if he's gone past round 7 yet.
No, I think, and when he did go to round 7, he was puffing and huffing a lot.
I think it's just, I think he expects to knock people out, so he puts a lot of energy into the first 3 or 4 rounds. And
Sure.
I think that's what it is. He doesn't need to push it, man. He just needs to keep going the way he's going. I think he's going to clear up anyway. Eventually, he'll clear up all the belts. I don't see anyone out there to beat him, really. If as long as he keeps gaining experience, is what he really needs. He needs to fight some journeymen who are going to take him the distance, who are just going to be punch bags for him, but they ain't going to get knocked out or anything. Just to give him some stamina behind him, you know.
There is one guy who is in America.
And he's rubbish.
And it's Deontay Wilder.
He's rubbish, man.
Deontay Wilder is a very dangerous man.
He's rubbish.
He's very dangerous.
I hear a lot about these dangerous Americans, and most of them are rubbish.
Huge power behind
rubbish.
him, man.
He's rubbish. Klitschko would kill him. Fury would kill him. Joshua would batter him. Joshua would beat him up in 3 rounds. He's rubbish.
Because that will probably, after the Klitschko fight, that will probably be his next opponent if he gets through Klitschko. And that will be an amazing fight to see Joshua against Deontay Wilder.
It won't be an amazing fight, man. Joshua beat him up. Wilder don't want none of Joshua. He don't want none. No. The only guys who can test Joshua right now are Klitschko, Fury, if he gets his act together, and David Haye.
Yeah. But you know David Haye's going to be fighting Tony Bellew.
He's going to beat him up. Bellew's got a big mouth. And Haye will be quite happy to shy up for him.
If Haye's going to have to step down division, and I think he will kill him.
He will kill him,
yeah, he'll kill him. Haye, although he's been retired for a little while, but he is still a ring professional. He's an absolute technical genius, man, in the ring.
He's a smart boxer.
So good. And that would be a bad fight for Anthony Joshua if he fights Haye. Because Haye, I think
he's a spoiler.
I think Haye could beat him, yeah.
He's a spoiler. He doesn't waste punches.
Exactly,
he would rather not throw a punch in the whole round if he thinks it's going to put him on the defensive.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's just one of those guys, man.
So I think it'll be good for Anthony Joshua to avoid him for a little while.
That would be a great fight. I think that's the best fight. To me, that's the best fight out there.
And that's a Wembley Stadium sellout fight, easily. That fight there. That's got pound signs rather, written all over it.
It's got euros written all over it,
It's got euros written all over it, yeah. But the fight I want to see is Anthony Joshua against Deontay Wilder. Because I think that could be done in Vegas. That could be in Las Vegas. Could be a huge fight.
Maybe we could set up a triple threat.
Do you know what? I've always thought of this. I've always thought of doing that in boxing. Why can't you do even or a tag match in boxing? Yeah. Like that would be so funny. It'd be quality.
So instead of getting like you're all punch drunk and then you just tag your partner.
Yeah. As you're about to be knocked the fuck out, you just tag him on the way down.
He's made the hot tag. And the guy just comes in with a bolo punch and fucking knocks the geezer out.
That would be brilliant. You know that? We should look into setting up an organisation that does that. Tag team boxing.
It'd be interesting.
Or like sports entertainment boxing.
Yeah. We should talk to Barry Hearn right now, bruv.
I'm sure he'll be well up for it.
He would.
That guy's got probably like £1 million in his pocket, just like chilling.
Yeah, but
at home.
he loves to like do new things.
That's right.
You know, he always likes to tread new ground. So I think that's something that, I think he'd like that. You know, he would like that. You know, I don't know how it would work, but he would like it.
It would, and it would work, man. That would be quality.
It'd probably work on amateur level because you've got club representation, so it'd definitely work on amateur level. Professional level, maybe not so much.
Maybe not. Yeah,
But yeah, definitely amateur level. It would, no doubt.
that would be quality. We need to look into that, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we've just spoken about it, and we got to trademark this shit now, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll just cut this out of the edit.
Yeah. Well, this is our proof. We came up with it first. We got to timestamp it. It's 12:45 a.m. on October the 29th,
That's right.
2016. There we go.
2016. Yeah. Greenwich Mean Time. Right.
yeah. None of these bastards in Australia. Oh, we thought of it 24 hours earlier.
Yeah, you fuckers.
Yeah. Cheeky bastards.
So, Jay, are we ready to talk some pro wrestling predictions?
Yeah, indeed. Let's do it.
Because after all, this is our prediction show.
Oh yeah.
Believe it or not.
That's why we're
Wrestling! So,
let's do it.
It's time for us to talk about Hell in a Cell. It's pay-per-view time on JabWrestling.com. Seven Reigns, Seth and KO, Jericho ain't your best friend, don't you see? Charlotte, Sasha, all going to Hell in a Cell. Tag team titles on the line. Hope the crew just get some time. Don't lose, you fools. It's time for Hell in a Cell. Yeah, and the feud at Hell in a Cell.
So, Bob, this is the Red Corner show, so I'm going to be leading on this show.
I'm so glad.
Yes, and as you know, I'm actually currently 3-2 down in our predictions league.
Yeah.
So this is a big one for me. Otherwise, I can either draw level or you're going to be pulling away from me, going 2 points clear, and I can't let that happen, especially on my show.
I'm surprised you even mentioned it.
And just so you know, when I win, I'm going to be mentioning it to the next pay-per-view.
You're going to be mentioning the fact that it's 3-all. Alright, well done.
If I win, I should get 2 points.
Oh, yeah, is that how it works out?
Because it's my show, yeah.
Oh, in that case, I won. What did I win? Backlash.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ah, nuts. Oh, dear. So, Bob.
And don't forget, we won No Mercy against the WWPN.
I will never forget that.
we still got to do their show, bruv.
I know. They owe us one.
Because of my computer issues.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We haven't been able to take over the Blue Zone.
Hayes, if you're listening, bro, expect to be contacted from Brother Bob. He's going to be setting up us taking over the WWPN.
Brother Bob.
We're not going to let that lie.
Brother Bob.
Papa.
Excalibur. Save me.
You're bringing back bad memories for him.
Sorry, man. So we've turned the corner. You're all right now. You're on your tablets. You're fine now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you burn that mask, or did you burn that mask, or did you keep it as a memento?
Hell no, I've got it here. I'm gonna frame
But
it.
the psychiatrist told you to burn everything that reminded you of Hayes.
Oh yeah, true. But I'll keep that mask.
I hope those voices don't come back, bruv.
They've never left.
No. There's plenty of room in here. Invite more in.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny.
Hello, my name is Johnny. Well, hello, my name is Johnny.
Oh, you can hear him too. Shit. The voice is in my head. Damn.
Your voice is in your head. Oh no, we won't go there. I might fall asleep. So.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a Randy Orton promo. Do you want me to give you a Randy Orton promo?
Do you know what? I'm going to truncate silence so it won't come across.
Yeah. So I'm just going to sit here for 90 seconds. That's my Randy Orton promo right there. It's 90 seconds of silence.
And then say, if you can't beat them, join them. Governor.
Yeah. Do you want me to give you a Mick Foley promo?
Go on then.
Hair of the dog of the dog of the hair. The fart of the dog of the fart of the dog.
Hair of the dog. You've been drinking again, haven't you?
Not yet, I haven't. Fart of the... Oh, man. Oh, Shit, man, we've been talking a long time. We haven't actually
No.
started the predictions.
No, I think it's going to be quite quick. I think we're going to agree a lot on stuff. So yeah, let's kick it off, Jay. What's the pre-show match?
Let's do it. The pre-show match, which I've just found out, is going to be Cedric Alexander, Lindsay Dorado, and Sin Cara in a 6-man tag, and they're going to be up against Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Arya Daivari in the Cruiserweight division. So, Bob, I'm going to throw this over to you. What do you think of this match? Because it wasn't announced on Raw, was it?
No. I'm kind of glad the Cruiserweights are going to get a shout, and putting them on the pre-show is a good thing, because it'll be the first match, obviously. Well, no, technically it's not on the pay-per-view, but it's going to be the first match for the audience. Good way to get the crowd hot early. Yeah, I love Lindsay Dorado. I think he's fucking awesome. I love Cedric Alexander. I think he's fucking awesome. Who's the other face?
Sin Cara.
Yeah, Sin Cara's alright. He is what it is. Yeah, I can't see past the faces here, if I'm honest.
I agree with you, man. I think it's the opening match. To get the crowd in a feel-good mood. I think, the faces kind of have to go over here. There's been no setup for it, so I don't see the need. But I think these guys are going to put on a great match. They'll probably go.
Are you surprised that Swan's not in there?
Very surprised, actually, considering he won. But maybe he'll be at ringside doing commentary during the Perkins Kendrick match, because technically he should be the number one contender after.
Yeah. Well, no, because Kendrick won a match to make himself the number one contender, didn't he?
He did, but then Swan beat the number one contender.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it wasn't for the number one contendership, is what I'm kind of saying.
No, it wasn't, yeah. But I am surprised, to be honest, that he's not in this match. Maybe they decided to go with Sin Cara, I don't know, for familiarity.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason I could see him part of this match.
Yeah.
So, book it. We're both going for the faces to go over.
Yeah, I'm hoping Dorado's going to do a moonsault or a shooting star press, and I'll be happy, bro. That's it.
That's all you want to see.
Yeah, it's worth the money alone just to see him pull off one of them moves, man, because he's so good, man. He's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. The second match that we have on the card that we're going to discuss is Bayley versus Dana. Now, these two have been feuding for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and Dana's kind of had the upper hand a lot throughout this feud. How do you see this match going down?
How do you see this match going down?
Oh no, I'll ask you. We'll give our predictions at the end, but tell me what you expect to see in this match.
So I've got to show my hand first again. Is that what you're
All
saying?
right, I'll tell you what I think.
Go on then.
I can't see past Bayley going over in this match. I think Dana's gonna look good in this match because Bayley's probably gonna help her to look good. She doesn't need any help looking good. She's got a great pair. But
well, judging by the amount of makeup she's got on her face, I think she does need help looking good.
Oh no, she's alright.
She's
nice
caked.
girl.
She's caked in cakes.
But Bayley, I think, is gonna be pushing towards a WrestleMania feud, probably with the champion at the time, and so I think this is a good starting ground to build her momentum. So I see her going over in this match. How about you?
Yeah. Dana, like you said, Dana's had most of the play beforehand. She got the win against Bayley with a foot on the rope. She also did the arm wrestling thing where she kind of got one over on Bayley on the arm wrestling thing. Bayley's got an injured shoulder as well, which will hopefully they'll play into it at some stage.
But does that injured shoulder work in Dana's favour then?
It does, especially because her finish is the Bayley to belly, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
but then she did hit it on Raw. She
yeah,
did hit the Bayley to belly.
That's worrying for me. The Bayley's better than that. She understands. So I was a bit upset. I'm hoping, even if she just wins with a cheeky roll up or something, as long as she doesn't do it with that Bayley to belly, or she at least sells the fact that it takes a lot out of her to do that move. You know, Bayley. No.
Bayley, book it. So we're both going with Bayley.
Yep.
The third match on the card that we're going to discuss is Enzo and Cass versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now, Carl Anderson has lost in 2 consecutive weeks to both Enzo and Cass. So this feud, you'd expect it to be going in the favour of the club, but what do you think? The WWE are very hot on Enzo and Cass, especially Cass.
Yeah, you say that, but how many tag team matches have they actually won?
Well, they were part of that match at SummerSlam where they won.
They lost to the Shining Stars, Enzo and Cass.
Did they?
Yes.
Did they?
Yes.
Was that in a 6-man tag?
And they lost to Sheamus and Cesaro, didn't they, as well?
Nah.
And
Did they?
yeah, I'm sure they have. Who's the other heel team on Raw? They've lost to everyone so far. I think the only team they beat was... Did the Dudleys put them over ages ago?
Possibly.
And they probably would.
Such a long
They
time
probably
ago,
would.
I
They
can't
probably
remember.
would have beaten the Vords at Payback if Enzo didn't get injured.
But then don't forget that Enzo and Cass beat Jericho. No, they didn't. They lost to Jericho and Kevin Owens, didn't they? At SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, if the club don't win this match, they need to just book a flight to Tokyo and never come back. Never come back. Never come back.
I completely agree. The club have to go over in this match.
They have
You
to.
can't have Carl Anderson lose twice on consecutive Raws and then lose again on the pay-per-view. It's just bad booking. There's a lot to come from Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in the tag team division. I think they're going to be heavily involved in the SummerSlam match. The Survivor Series match. The 5-man tag.
Yeah. See, now I think that's the kind of place where you could put Kaz and Enzo over and have them as like one of the tag teams who survive. You could do that in the Survivor Series because obviously they're going against SmackDown's roster, so it's not as conducive to what's going on Raw. So
absolutely, and Big Cass, that would be a big win for him as well at Survivor Series. You know, they're hot on him as a singles competitor as well as in the tag team. So yeah, that would be a good place to make them look big.
Yeah, club all the way.
Yeah,
I think it'd be pathetic if Kaz and Enzo went over. I really do. But I can just see it happening. That's the thing. I can see it happening. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it.
If they had the wins split on Raw, where Carl Anderson lost one, but Gallows won, beat Cass, or something like that, you know, maybe this match would be a lot harder to predict. But at the moment, it has to be the club have to go over.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, let's book it. So all three of our picks so far have been identical. Damn.
Yeah, we kind of knew that though coming in, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think there's maybe one or two matches we might differ on, and they're the only possible two, I think.
Okay. So the next match we're going to discuss is the Cruiserweight title, and that is TJ Perkins, the champion, who's going to be defending against Brian Kendrick. So, who's picking? Who's starting off? This is
you both.
This is me.
Yes.
So this match, Brian Kendrick, in this feud, is starting to cut a figure of a desperate man. They had him lose to Rich Swann, and then they had him go backstage, and in an unprecedented move, he asked TJ Perkins to lie down for him because he's desperate for this victory.
Yeah. Now,
that was an interesting tactic there. Something that we haven't seen on Raw before.
So do you think we're getting the finger poke of doom?
I can't imagine we're going to be seeing the finger poke of doom. It'll just destroy the Cruiserweight before they've even got started. But I'm going to go.
Do you think you might do the thing with TJP lying on the ground? Telling Kendrick, and then he goes for a cheeky roll up but doesn't get it.
Yeah, they could do it. It would make sense to do that. Because it'll get the crowd invested right from the off as well, won't it?
Yeah, it would.
You know, because if they're not invested in this Cruiserweight division yet, you know, that could, you know, oh my God, he's lying down and he's going to do it. And then he rolls him up and tries to get the victory.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with a hunch here, and I've just got a feeling that Kendrick is going to lose. Because this isn't a career-ending match. It's not a stipulation. It's just Kendrick is just cutting the figure of somebody who's desperate, and he's the one that's putting more emphasis on anything. He's the one putting emphasis on himself to win this match. So, what better way then to put over the champion TJ Perkins? Because I don't see them taking the title off TJ just yet. So I'm gonna go with a surprise one here, and I'm gonna go with TJ getting the victory here. How about you? How do you see this match going down?
I don't think it's a surprise one. You calling I think TJP is the favourite to win the match.
You reckon so?
Yeah, most definitely. He's a champion, like you say. He's only just won the title not long ago. He won the Cruiserweight Classic, so He's obviously the guy they're pushing, isn't he?
But Brian Kendrick's probably the biggest draw in the cruiserweights at the moment because of his history in the past with the WWE.
Only because of his history. I don't think he's the biggest draw. I think Cedric's already a bigger draw, and I think if they pushed Lindsay, he'd be a draw. I think Swan's already becoming a draw.
But the thing is because Kendrick has that history, the fans who weren't watching the cruiserweights.
Classics, I understand
you know.
that. I understand that, and that's why I think Kendrick's got to win, because there's no heels in this division. I know they've just done Nice and Gulak and Davari, but they haven't really established them as heels in any way, shape or form. The only real established heel in this division is Kendrick, and you've got loads of established faces. You've got TJP, you've got Swan, you've got Dorada, you've got Cedric, you've got Sin Cara, you've got Jack Gallagher to come in there.
Absolutely, and I'm guessing Neville as well is going to be involved in this division
at some stage,
sooner rather than later.
Or even a Xavier Woods, and they're all faces. So what better way for the faces to chase than against the heel who's got nothing left to lose? So I'm going for Kendrick to win the title tonight.
I thought you would, which is why that's why I've decided to go with TJ Perkins. I just this is the only match that I think that there's potential for it not to go the way of the booking that's been happening on Raw, because it would really make Brian Kendrick look a little weak, to beg TJ Perkins to lay down.
What I see happening is it comes to a time where TJ's got Kendrick in his knee bar, and Kendrick's in pain, but he won't quit. And then for some reason lets go of the move and starts to pity Kendrick. And that's when Kendrick just hits some super kick or something, whatever, cheeky small package, done. Just a moment's hesitation will cause the pin.
So what, TJ Perkins had the submission hold on Kendrick? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think you said Kendrick had the submission hold on Kendrick.
I didn't. I said TJP would have the knee bar on Kendrick, is what I said.
Right. Okay. Well, listen back to it. And
listen back to it, and then you'll realise you're wrong. Just like, look, this used to happen when Father Ted with Father Dougal all the time. And then Father Ted would Father Dougal would record the conversation, say, "No, Ted, you're always doing this to me. I recorded the conversation," and he'd play it back, and he was wrong again.
I'm so glad we recorded like that, because I'm almost certain that you definitely said Kendrick's going to put the submission on the Kendrick. I'm like, what?
Fair enough.
Okay, that's an interesting booking. Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but it'll be because of TJP's sympathy for Kendrick.
I agree with you with your finish, apart from the ending. With I think he will lock it in, and Kendrick won't tap out. He'll keep it locked in for ages and ages, and maybe not pass out, but eventually he will tap out.
No.
After a long time in the hold.
Kendrick won't tap out.
Well, book it. We've both gone opposite ways for the first time.
Yep.
TJP for Jay, and Brian Kendrick for Bob. Holy shit.
Indeed.
So the next match we're going to talk about is the tag team titles match, and that is the New Day, the champions. They're going to be defending against Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, we saw this match this past week on Raw, didn't we, Bob? In a non-title match, Cesaro and Sheamus went over. So, how do you see this match going down?
That's the dumbest question you've asked me so far. Wouldn't it be mad if Cesaro and Sheamus won it, though?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be mad?
Yeah, it would, yes.
To get so close to beating Demolition's record.
And then to do this,
do this. New Day are going to win, man. New Day are going to win. New Day will retain. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to win, but they will retain. So
are you potentially going with a Cesaro and Sheamus victory?
Yeah, but I don't see New Day getting DQ'd.
No, I don't either.
Count out's possible, but not DQ. Although Woods might use a trombone, and the ref might call for a DQ.
But that's a heel finish.
Yeah, but it might be because maybe Sheamus kicks Woods in the face on the outside, so Woods tries to get his own back, and like he has an Ellsworth moment where he fires up and blows that trombone right in his face.
So can I book it? Can I put you down for Cesaro and Sheamus?
New Day. No, I'm going New Day.
Nuts. Yeah, I can't see past the New Day. You gave us the match on Raw, and you made Cesaro and Sheamus look fantastic. I can't see them doing it back to back. Although, and again, it'll be harsh to do this to the New Day after having the titles for so long. You know, to take it away from them now is just stupid. You stupid idiots!
I can see it. I can see it happening where Cesaro and Sheamus, they're not on the same page, but then all of a sudden they just click, you know, and then they almost win it, but it doesn't work out. Maybe some kind of ref thing where the ref's not paying attention or whatever. So it's not really either of their faults that they didn't win. And I can see them deciding now, when we're on the same page, we're actually pretty damn good. We almost won the titles, you know, and I can see a Cesaro-Sheamus club feud, which would be really interesting to me.
Wow, because they did have a cross paths moment, didn't they?
Yeah.
During one of and then there was that look of intent between two.
Yeah.
And I thought at that time, that would be a phenomenal match.
And then I think the winner of that match will be the ones who dethrone the New Day after they've actually broken the record.
Wow. So then you'd expect it to be the club, wouldn't you?
You would expect it to be the club, but it will be Sheamus and Cesaro. Because the club, after they lose to Enzo and Cass, they're going to go back to Tokyo.
It's gonna be Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, isn't it?
Let's put it this way: Kyle Anderson's hot Asian wife is on the phone right now to EasyJet. Do they even fly to fucking Japan? They probably don't. They'll run out of fuel by the time they get to Italy.
True. Oh dear! So can I book it? I can book it, right? Both of us go for the New Day.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
By the way, I saw an EasyJet poster on the Underground tonight when I was working, and it's got a pentagram on it and 666. Just thought I'd let you know that.
Okay.
Do you use the trains?
I occasionally use the trains.
Well, if you're on the Underground, you'll probably see it.
But what has this got to do with...
I'm just saying, I saw it tonight, and I was just like, wow.
And you just decided to throw
just
it in
blatantly
right
there,
here?
Just blatantly there, you know what I mean? Like a pentagram and an inverted pentagram as well at that, you know, and 666. Couldn't believe it. I was stunned. I was like, fucking EasyJet. Of all people. You know, British Airways or something I can understand, but fucking EasyJet, you know?
Can I ask what triggered your memory with us talking about Cesaro and Sheamus? And you did. Okay,
EasyJet,
I get it.
EasyJet, man.
Got it. Okay, I get it. Okay. I was like, whoa.
Do you want to rewind that again and check, or?
I was like, where's this show? What's happened to this show? I don't come over to the Blue Corner and ruin your show, do I?
That's because our show's amazing. You don't have to ruin it. You can try all you want, but it just won't work because we've got AJ Styles, we've got Dean Ambrose, and we've got Ellsworth 316, bruv.
Yeah, but we got...
Exactly.
Yeah, but you got Randy Orton, so...
Yeah, but we can deal with Randy Orton. We've only got 90 seconds of silence to worry about, and then the rest is fine.
Do you know what's really funny? Is we're both wearing... I'm wearing red and you're wearing blue.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't even designed.
I know, right? That's so creepy.
You wear red a lot, though. You wear red a lot, though.
I've got my 2 t-shirts that I wear at home for nighttime are both red, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm also a Man United fan, so I like the colour.
I'm a Gooner, but I'm wearing blue. It's the away strip. Huh?
Okay. Anyway. So the next match that we're going to move on to is going to be the match for the US title, which is Roman Reigns, the champion, defending against Rusev. Now, we decided prior to this coming online, Bob, is that we're going to make this a 3-pointer.
Yeah, just because it's in Hell in a Cell, so I think it's only fair.
Yes, so the Hell in a Cell matches, which are normally should be only worth 2 points.
The US title match is usually 2 points.
Yes. Are we going to do it for the women? Oh, no, the women's is 3 points anyway. Yeah. So the US title, we're going to give this match a 3-pointer.
Yeah. So,
Bob, I believe it's my turn. Damn.
Like, if you're gonna you could have just said it was my turn. I would have even known, bruv. Like,
damn.
You could have thrown that spanner in there, but you're just too honest for your own good.
Yeah, but then you're gonna edit this. You're gonna listen to it again, and then you're gonna probably like, oh no, you cheated. You.
That's why you'll never be a heel, bruv. You'll never be a heel. You'll always get a 2-finger clap. That's as far as
how
it will go.
dare you. Did you hear those cheers when we opened up the show, man? Did you hear those cheers?
Yeah, that's what I said. You'll never be a heel.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because they love me.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man. I'd rather be feared than loved.
Oh, dear.
And any good dictator will tell you exactly the same thing.
This match is again has been the longest serving feud on either brands by a long margin. These guys have been feuding prior to SummerSlam, and this is finally the match that we wanted to see properly at a pay-per-view, and this time it's going to be in Hell in a Cell. Now, Roman Reigns went over prior to SummerSlam on the Raw show, didn't he, when Rusev was the champion, and then we got a no contest at SummerSlam, and these two have just been beating the hell out of each other since. So, how do I see this match going down? Roman Reigns has recently obtained the US title, and he has been on a little roll recently. He's re-established himself since he lost the World Championship.
Are you saying that Roman's on a roll, got to let it go?
No, I'm absolutely not saying
that. Fair enough.
But
do you want to call your mama and ask her?
Somebody call my mama. But with this match, I think Rusev is destined for bigger and better things than the US title. So I don't think giving it back to him right now is a good idea. And I think this is going to be Rusev's time to move on to a bigger, better feud, but also possibly, don't quote me on this, but as a face. Because a lot of this promos he's been doing, and in this feud, he's been practically the face. But I'm gonna have to go with Roman Reigns to retain here in this match. I think there'll be a big spot, maybe a spear through the cell. But I think Roman's gonna retain. How do you see it going down, bro?
Yeah. I see a spear through the cell. You just stole my idea.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I totally stole it, yeah.
I know you did.
He told me that like yesterday or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to totally say that. But then, as I was saying it, I don't think this match is going to be the last match in the cell. So, well, structurally, are they going to be able to repair it if he decides to break it down?
Rob, if they can turn the ropes purple, they can do it. They can do anything.
Fair play.
It's
fair
fine.
play. I thought actually, because you never know, in the championship match, the Universal title match, Triple H getting involved, Jericho getting involved, it make more sense to break down the cell then.
Yeah,
but
you
never know.
The next cell match won't be the next match.
No, that's true. Actually, once we've done our predictions, we can discuss the order in which we think the show is going to be going in, because 3 Hell in a Cell matches, it's got to be scattered. But let's give me your prediction, what you think, how you see this match going down.
Right. The way this feud has gone, Roman Reigns has had the upper edge all the way through. Yeah, he fucks over Lana. He run Rusev's family down. He took his title. Rusev's had nothing in this feud. This has been the best feud by far and away. But Rusev, yes, he cut a face promo, but he's not going to turn face, man. And he shouldn't turn face. He's an awesome heel, and he needs to stay a heel because people like Lana, but
yeah,
they want to boo Rusev. Yeah, they're still into their USA chants and what have you. I don't get it, all that nationalism stuff, but it is what it is, you know. I feel that Rusev has to win this match.
Wow.
I really feel that Rusev has to win this match. And
I absolutely see where you're coming from.
And the issue is, how can you... Because Rusev's had nothing in this feud. He's lost every time to Reigns, hasn't he?
He has, pretty much. Even the beatdowns has gone Reigns' way.
Well, except probably the last one 2 weeks ago where he had doing the accolade on the steps to Reigns. It's probably the only time where Rusev had the upper hand. And because that's the last thing in the memory, reverse psychology says I should go for Reigns. But because Reigns has had so much of this feud, I'm tipping towards Rusev, man. I really am.
I totally see where you're coming from. But then, you know, Reigns hasn't held the title for that long. Or do you see what I said about Rusev being pushed? Or do you see Roman Reigns being that guy to be pushed further.
Well, it makes sense for Reigns to go back into the title picture, especially if a heel is going to keep the title.
Oh, I see. Is that a spoiler?
But I'm just saying, like, I didn't actually spoil it, like, but I kind of did, but I was trying to be subtle again. But once again, you just call me out on it. So right now, I feel Rusev should be US champion. So I'm going to take a risk, because it is a risk, because Reigns is probably by far and away the favourite. And I'm going to say Rusev wins.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a 3-pointer as well.
Yeah.
So we two title matches so far that we've gone opposite ways. So I'm going with TJP and Roman, and you're going with Kendrick and Rusev. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Yeah, I think I'm doing this just to get me excited for Hell in a Cell, because I don't really care about it, if I'm honest. So maybe I'm just going to go against you for every other thing you say now.
Oh, quality.
Well, one more match. One more match. One more match.
The next match that we're going to discuss is, of course, the women's championship match, and that's Sasha, the champion, going up against Charlotte. Now, this is in Sasha's hometown, I believe. So,
is it?
Well, it is. Yes, correct.
Where's that? Boss Town?
It must be, because she's from Boston, isn't she?
Oh, is she? I didn't even
so.
know that, bruv. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that. Maybe the boss thing makes sense now, a little bit. But they've never elaborated. They've never made that.
I'm basing that on how she talks, because her accent is completely like from Boston. So it is, yeah. It's in Boston, Mass. It's at the Garden.
Okay.
It's at the TD Garden, yeah. So there you go.
That's an interesting caveat.
Yes, exactly. I'm guessing you were going to go with Charlotte here.
I was going to go with Charlotte.
But then what bigger place for your heel to get booze in the hometown of the champion?
Yeah, there's that as well.
Exactly. You want booze. What you don't want is try to egg on the crowd to chant Goldberg when you're in Minnesota.
It might actually work in Boston.
yeah, it would work in Boston, yes, completely. But if you're going to have the champion drop the title, what better place to do it than their hometown? And they're not opposed to doing it. They did it with Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, do you think either of these girls are going to get out of the cage alive?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're going to be fine. I don't think they're going to push it.
You really don't think they're going to push it?
The only thing that I can think of in my head...
I know Sasha's going to push it. And I know Charlotte's going to do something that she's not 100% secure with. It's going to happen.
Can I tell you what the spot I think is going to happen? I can see Charlotte climbing the cage on the inside and doing some sort of moonsault off the cell inside.
She can't do it off the cell. She'll do it off the top rope.
You could do it, but you could do it from you climb up the cell and then.
She ain't gonna do a moonsault off the cell, bruv. She ain't gonna do it.
Listen, you heard it here first.
She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do a moonsault off the cell. Ain't gonna happen.
Well, we'll see.
That's far too dangerous. I don't think even Lindsay Dorado would try that. So what I mean? I think he'd tell you to go fuck yourself, is what he'd tell you.
Did you know that Charlotte's middle name is Lindsay Dorado? It's Charlotte Lindsay Dorado Flair.
Right. That explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It's natural selection, baby.
So, give it to me. What's your pick?
I feel that Charlotte should win it. I'll be honest with you, I don't like Sasha as champion.
You don't like Sasha as champion?
She's done nothing for me as champion. She does nothing for me as a face.
Yeah, I can see.
I really like Sasha, and I've always liked Sasha. I liked her more than Becky or Bayley or Charlotte in NXT. I thought she was the standout woman. But since they've come up to the main roster, I feel all those girls have outshined her. Not in the ring. Obviously, she's a good in the ring athlete. I just mean on promos, and I still don't know what her character is. She's got bling rings and calls herself a boss, and that's her character. But why is that her character?
She's the boss, sweetheart.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. It's awful, and I don't like it. I want Charlotte to win, but now you said that she's the hometown girl. Right, who have I gone for? Let me work this out.
Oh, look at it.
I can't go for 3 heel wins in a cage, so I'm going to have to go with Sasha.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think all the heels will win in the cage. Because I've gone for Rusev.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I think it's a bit soon to hot shot the title again back to Charlotte.
I've got a feeling I might have got this wrong. I think I should have gone for Reigns and I should have gone for Charlotte. I think I've got my heels the wrong way round.
But I think I have to go with Sasha here. I think dropping the title right now is not a good idea. She just won it only 2 or 3 weeks ago on Raw. I think this will be the end of this feud for the time being. Maybe Charlotte goes on to something else. And maybe Sasha goes up against, I don't know, Nia Jax possibly. Who knows?
Nia's not even been on TV.
Doesn't have. That's possibly why they've kept her up with it. Because maybe she will get involved in this match. Maybe she's going to be the person to rip down the cell door.
No, my God. If that happens, I would hate that so much, bro. I would hate that. You know?
It'll be like Kane when he debuted all those years ago and ripped down the cell door.
She's not Kane, bruv.
She's not Kane?
No.
Are you sure?
No. It'd be the equivalent of Titus O'Neil coming down to rip the cage door off. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. No.
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
It doesn't sit well with me at all.
I'm just throwing randoms out there, man.
maybe she climbs up to the top of the cage and just jumps up really high and just sits down and then just goes right through the cage and lands on both of them.
That's frightening. You should never be a writer for any promotion. If you do, you have to have amazing insurance. Man.
CTW take me, man. No worry about it. Be fine.
Oh dear. So I'm gonna go with Sasha. We've both gone with Sasha to retain.
Yeah, I don't like it now though. But
and so the next match is, of course, the main event, which is going to be scheduled for 1 fall inside Hell in a Cell.
1 fall inside Hell in a Cell.
We didn't even rehearse that. And it's obviously between Kevin Owens, the champion, and he's going to be facing Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. Now, is it me? Oh God! Why do I really chose a bad order to do this in. It's my show. You should be talking about the main event.
I should be talking about it on your show. That's fucked up logic, bruv. You just use it.
You're my
guest.
It's
your show,
okay?
So I'm going to talk about the main event.
Yes, yeah? You're my guest, bitch.
Alright. This is how the main event's going to go. KO's going to win. There you go.
Yeah,
that's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing that I'm hoping for...
And the fact that Jericho's not even booked for this show tells me Jericho has to get involved. Because I have to see Jericho. Otherwise, I fucking don't know what creative is thinking.
Absolutely. He's the most over thing. It's basically Jericho and AJ Styles tied for the top spot,
in
my opinion.
They're not tied.
What, you think AJ's far and away?
AJ's the best. Jericho will tell you that. He's wrestled him.
No, I'm talking about over at the moment.
Yeah.
From WWE.
AJ's the best. AJ's a heel man, and he's getting cheered like fuckery, bruv, against Cena and Ambrose. I'm sure if you put
Cena,
if you put Jericho against Cena or Ambrose, he wouldn't get cheered.
What about if you put Jericho up against AJ?
AJ would get cheered.
You reckon?
Yes.
I think the WWE fans will be loyal to Jericho.
You'll have dueling chants, but the AJ chants will be louder.
I think it will be very close, man. I don't think it's as clear cut as you're making it out to be.
It is, unless it's in Canada. Then Y2J wins.
So, we both reckon anyway, that Kevin Owens is going over here.
Yep.
So, the only thing that I'm hoping for is to see Triple H. Because we haven't seen him.
Don't hope for that. Don't hope for that. Don't hope for it because you ain't going to get it. So don't hope for it.
I'm going to hope for it because this is the only logical.
I'm going to completely ignore what you said and have this false hope in something that will never happen.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm going to torture myself, damn it, whether you like it or not.
He has to appear, man.
He won't.
I know this is a B pay-per-view, but as far as B pay-per-views go, this is probably at the top of the list of the B pay-per-views.
No,
This is Hell in a Cell.
it's not.
We have to see Hunter. We have to see HHH. He has to get involved somehow, either by asking the referee to open the door to the cell, and then he goes in and attacks Seth, and Kevin Owens moves on to another feud, and Seth Rollins moves on to Triple H. I don't know, but we have to see Triple H, in my opinion, man.
No, you won't see Triple H to the Survivor Series.
You reckon?
Yeah. Only because Jericho isn't booked. If Jericho was booked on his show, I'd say you'd have more chance of seeing Triple H. But because you have that X Factor in Jericho to help out Owens, and you even have a Stephanie McMahon to help out Owens, you don't need Triple H. You really don't need Triple H.
What if Jericho turns on Kevin Owens?
That to me would be the smartest thing. But
Because Kevin Owens has got to go on to somebody after this.
I feel Kevin Owens has got to win the title in order for that to mean anything. So I think that may come at a later date. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I think, if anything, Jericho helps KO win it. Maybe he fucks up at first, but then he gets it right or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that creates a friction. Like KO said, I almost lost the title because of you, but no, you won the title because of me, and that could start the friction. Maybe that's the match I want to see. Is KO and Jericho? Well, I just want to see. I want to see Jericho as Universal Champion. That's really what I want. Just so happens KO's the champ. Yeah, it could be Rollins, it could be Rusev, it could be Reigns. I just want Jericho to beat whoever the champ is.
Yeah.
I've not been that impressed with KO's run, man. And I think it's because Jericho's right next to him, outshining him every step of the way.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. Jericho has even the list has outshined both of these two guys in this title match.
KO's relying on Jericho for all his comedy, all the Tom stuff. That's all Jericho's stuff. All the It and the List and the Gift of Jericho. That's all Jericho stuff, and KO's using it. You know, he's using a lot of his gimmicks and his catchphrases. And whenever he cuts his promos, he's always looking at Jericho. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
He's always looking at Jericho as if to say, because you can see that he's feeding off Jericho.
Yeah.
You know, because he doesn't really know what to say.
With the Survivor Series coming up, we're pretty much expecting that it's going to be Goldberg against Brock Lesnar headlining. So just say, for example, if they did decide to Jericho and Kevin Owens to do this feud now.
No, because we're going to go into Survivor Series with Jericho and Kevin Owens as the team captains.
Which is why it would be fantastic, because if they're on the same team, and you'd expect SmackDown to win that match because, they're not the flagship show, so you'd expect SmackDown to go over. And so imagine if those two are on the same team and not coexisting. It could be great television.
That's probably where you get a walkout. You get KO walkout on Jericho.
Yeah. And then SmackDown will go over.
Leave him to AJ and Ambrose and Cena or whoever.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Bob, what I want to discuss now with you is the layout. Now, the previous pay-per-view that we had, which was a SmackDown pay-per-view, which pay-per-view was it? I can't remember.
No Mercy.
Yeah, that's the one, No Mercy. And we opened up with the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title. This pay-per-view has got 3 Hell in a Cell matches. The first question I want to ask you is, do you think that one of the Hell in a Cell matches will open up the pay-per-view?
No, because the Cruiserweight match is going to open up the pay-per-view.
Apart from the pre-show.
Book it, write it down, quick.
Apart from the pre-show, genius. On the main card, do you expect one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end?
Yes, is the simple answer to that.
So, what match do you see opening up? Which Hell in a Cell match?
I put the women in the middle.
Yeah, so would I. So you'd start with Roman and Rusev.
I think that should be. I think that should be the last match, but I know it's.
It should be.
I know it's not going to be. I know it's not going to be. It's going to be the Universal title, definitely.
Of course it is, but it should definitely be the last match.
It should be.
It's the match that everybody's most invested in.
Yeah, that we're most invested in. We don't want to say everybody because we can't talk for everybody. So
yeah, we can. That's what I'm doing.
Well, maybe there's a heel in you yet, you know what I mean?
There's an ego side to me.
Oh, that's what it is. It's ego. It's not heel at all.
I suppose you have to have an ego to be a heel.
Yeah, self-interest. It's all about survival, baby. I know that's a Survivor Series.
So, do you think that Rusev and Roman are going to open up? And do you also think...
I don't think they should open up, man. That's terrible. That's terrible.
And then, and also, in that case, then you also think that there's going to be a title change right at the beginning of the show.
That it's not going to open up.
So what match will open up?
It would probably be smart to do a tag match. It'd be Enzo and Kaz club. Makes sense to me.
You reckon?
Yeah, and then I'd go Bailey Dana.
So you open up with 2 non-title matches and then have 5 consecutive title matches.
Not consecutive. There's another match. What's the other match?
No, you said the opening match is the Cruiserweights on the pre-show. Then you said Enzo and Cass, and then Dana. So you think there's going to be 5 consecutive title matches?
I've got a feeling something else is going to happen, bro. Something else.
What, Zayn and Strowman?
Could have Zayn and Strowman. Jericho could go up against someone, maybe Jinder or something like that. That ain't going to happen. But, you know, else? Bo. No.
Bo and Axel?
We've already had that. It's done. Yeah. To be honest, I'm not that bothered. I wouldn't put the cruiserweights on early because you obviously open with the pre-show match, so I'd leave the cruiserweights till slightly later.
Absolutely.
And I feel Bailey and Dana need to be in there before the women's Hell in a Cell match.
I agree.
As long as those 2 things are consistent, you can pretty much do what you want to do with the card.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that the women's Hell in a Cell match is going to open up the pay-per-view.
Could do. You could do.
Because I think Sasha's going to go over, and in her hometown...
But I think then Bailey and Dana means nothing later.
It does, but it means nothing.
It means nothing.
I know.
Later.
But, it's still... It's probably going to be a cool-down match after one of the Hell in a Cell matches. Probably Rusev, obviously Rusev and Roman, which I think will be in the middle. And so Bailey and Dana shortly after that to cool the crowd down.
See, I just don't like the idea of Bailey and Dana going on after the Hell in a Cell match. To me, that makes no sense. Especially when when you let the women main event Raw. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't do those 2 women any help whatsoever. Bailey and Dana does them no help whatsoever. Not that they've helped themselves, but.
But the match is there for Bailey to put Bailey over. I don't think it does any harm. But I think opening up with Sasha and Charlotte, especially Sasha in Boston, I think it would be a huge pop. Especially the crowd are going to be popping for the tag.
That's another reason to wait. Because Sasha's the hometown girl.
Yeah.
You want to give them something to keep them interested in the middle. That's why I think they should be in the middle. They should be smack bang in the middle. It just makes more sense to me. You could open with New Day, Sheamus, Cesaro.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
Could do.
And then maybe have Enzo, Kaz and Club as the cool down. That works better for me.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. Because you want to build, you know yourself, man, when you watch a show, you want it to build. You don't want your best match to be your first match. Your best match should be your last match.
But they'd explain No Mercy.
Yeah, but that was presidential debates. that was ratings and stupid stuff that they took into consideration. They should have just completely ignored. They should have ignored all that shit because it's a pay-per-view. Fine, like I said before, do that stuff on Raw. Fair enough. It's a pay-per-view. People have already paid for it, so I don't know why they fucked around with the whole thing.
I think with 3 Hell in a Cell matches, I think you're going to open up one of the pay-per-view. You're going to open up with a Hell in a Cell match, and I've got a feeling it's going to be Sasha and Charlotte. Book it.
I wouldn't book it.
I know you wouldn't. You would have booked Nia Jax climbing up the cell and jumping through.
You want everyone to shoot their load after the first 2 matches. You're going to get the cruiserweights do the 6-man tag, which is going to blow your fucking mind. Then you're going to have the hometown girl against Charlotte, which is going to blow the crowd's mind, and then they're going to be fucked. And then you're going to have to win. Yeah. You're going to have to win them back somehow.
You'll win them back with the New Day. They'll bring the crowd back up. TJP they'll bring the crowd back up.
See,
Enzo and Cass will bring the crowd back up.
I don't think TJP and Kendrick will.
But, the match is going to be so fast-paced that, it has potential to do so. But Enzo and Cass on the mic will do that, will bring the crowd back up.
To me, that's the smart option to start off the show, is Enzo and Cass. Come straight out, do the promo shit that they do every time. Bang. Everyone's happy. We know the match is going to be shit. It's going to be a shit match, man. Come on. The club are going to have to carry those two jabronis. Something half decent,
It's a bit harsh, but okay.
It'd be bullshit if they carry him and then have to put him over. It'd be bullshit, bruv. It's pathetic. To me, it's pathetic. Yeah, you're talking about two world-class fucking tag team guys. Yeah, it took New Japan by fucking storm. They were in the biggest fucking faction in recent history. And you just shit all over them, bruv. You turn them into a fucking comedy act. That's what you've done.
Well, at least they've kind of dropped that stick.
But they haven't. They're still doing it.
They're still doing a bit. They're not doing it as
they have to do it
as they were.
They're going up against Enzo and Kaz. When you go up against Enzo and Kaz on New Day, you've got to do that fucking comedy shit. Look what Cesaro's doing fucking Facebook Live. Sheamus even, you know what I mean? Sheamus, the guy who everyone fucking hates, is on Facebook Live. He has to turn comedy because he's going against a New Day. It's kind of just the way it is, I'm afraid.
Indeed.
That tag division's full of comedy tag teams. Golden Truth, Shining Stars.
Yeah.
And the actual tag teams that are worth a shit are getting shit on.
Oh dear. So, Bob, that was our little rundown of the pay-per-view. So, I take it you're looking forward to it, but you're not. You're expecting. You're not expecting too much, but expecting to.
I'm expecting
politely be
nothing.
surprised.
I'm expecting nothing. I'm expecting nothing. As long as I go in expecting nothing, they can't disappoint me, right?
Fair play. Fair play.
I just want to see Roman and Rusev, and I would love to see Rusev win the title back because I feel he deserves it.
He does deserve it, indeed.
Yeah, but as to how everything else is booked, or who wins and who doesn't win, like I said before about the club, I think if the club doesn't win, they need to just fuck off and just fuck WWE off and just go because they've fucking destroyed them. Other than that, anyone can win any of the matches. Don't care. I'd like to see Kendrick win, just for storyline purpose. But yeah, what about you? What? I know you're looking forward to the women's match.
Yes, yeah, definitely looking forward to the women's match. Outside of the women's match, I think it probably is going to have to be Roman Reigns and Rusev. That's the feud that they've, it's been ongoing for a number of months now, and this should be the end of this storyline.
Not if Rusev wins.
which is why I think Roman is going over here. And I think Rusev is going on to bigger things. He'll definitely be a part of the Survivor Series match.
Who will?
Rusev.
I would have said Reigns more likely. I'm not. They could both be in it. They should both be in it, probably.
The Raw team could be full of heels.
The Raw team should be Rollins, KO, Y2J, Rusev, and Reigns. That should be the Raw team.
You said Reigns twice.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I'm pretty sure you did again. So now we're going to have
I'm pretty sure I said Rollins, KO, Y2J,
okay,
Rusev, and Reigns.
Well, we'll listen back to it.
Well, that's what I'm saying anyway.
Okay.
Those 5.
Quality. So, let's wrap it up. Do you have anything to say in closing?
No.
Fantastic. Well, listeners, thank you for listening and tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to us on iTunes. You can. There's a link on our website which you can get at jabwrestling.com. We are on Twitter. If you just search for Jab Wrestling, JAB Wrestling. We are also on the Stitcher. And so add us, subscribe, follow us, and we do weekly shows, weekly reviews, and we're pretty funny, I think. What do you think, bud? Do you think we're funny? I think I'm funny.
Well, As long as you think that, that's all that matters, right?
Exactly. Hey, my mama told me I was funny, man. And, we do a bit of everything. As you saw at the beginning, we covered a little bit of the NFL, the basketball, the boxing. We just like to have fun, guys. We are wrestling fans who are doing this show. It's fans doing a wrestling show for the fans. And so we really appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. Time to say goodnight, Bob.
Good night, Bob.
Good night, Bob. Hit my music.
Hit my music, bitch. I've got some wicked music for you right now. Are you ready, Jay? Because we're Jay and Bob, and we've just done the job, and what a difficult job it was. The world's going to hell in a cell, people, and it's time for us to sign off, because the JAB is the place to be.
It's the place to be.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
It's pay-per-view time on JabWrestling.com.
Rusev Reigns, Seth and KO, Jericho ain't your best friend, don't you see? Charlotte, Sasha, all going to Hell in a Cell. Tag team titles on the line. Hope the crew just get some time. Don't lose, you fools. It's time for Hell in a Cell. Yeah, and the feud at Hell in a Cell.